Hi traders, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to talk about which kind of traders are likely to struggle more or even fail in trading. So if throughout the videos I talk about some of the personality, some of the traits that you do possess, I believe, again based on my experience, it's better to change it or correct it. So if you don't know who I am, I'm Neo. I've been in the market for over 6 years plus, and I've been a full-time trader for over 4 years plus. I personally have achieved over $300,000+ from prop firms, and also I have my personal capital where I can trade full-time. So if today you're an aspiring trader, you're looking to become a full-time trader, whether it's 6 figures, whether it's 7 figures, these are some of the things that you should change in order to have a much more significant growth, right? So the first thing, excuses, or you can call it ownership. I've been coaching over 150 plus traders from 2 years ago until now, and there are some of the personalities in particular I realize those traders are likely to struggle a little bit more in their journey, and one of the things is ownership. So if let's say you are traders that are used to blaming the market, if you are used to blaming the external factors, things that you can't control, market condition could be one thing, the seasonality could be one thing, your friends, families, whatever. If you are used to blame others for your incompetency, for your lack of performance, then I don't think you are suitable to become a trader. Unless there are special cases where, let's say, you're undergoing lots of things in your personal life, so that could sort of cross it and affect your trading performance, then yeah, it's fine. But just don't have the habit of blaming other people, blaming the market. There are a lot of things that you can control as a trader, as opposed to when you're playing in a casino. Most of things are being controlled by the house, the casino itself. The edge is on the casino side. But when you're a trader, if you have the experience, if you have enough data to back yourself up, you have a profitable strategy, the edge actually lean towards you, which means you can actually have a positive edge where in the long run you can conquer the market. Ownership also comes in the form of your discipline, your consistency. So I'll let you choose. You could be two kind of traders. One kind of trader, you wake up in the morning, you're not doing anything, you sleep until 9 to 10 o'clock, or even worse, 12 o'clock. You wake up, you go to the market, you start trading. Once you're done, whether if you're up or down on the day, you just move on and you go to play your games, you play your PS5, watch your Netflix, hang out with your friends, and move on to the next day, and you repeat the cycle again. Or you could also become second type of trader, where you wake up a little bit earlier. I'm not someone who always preach the kind of really intense lifestyle. Oh, you have to wake up at 5 o'clock to be successful. You have to wake up and drink an Americano to become successful. You have to wake up and go to the gym and hit the gym for 2 hours to be successful. I'm not those trader. But what I'll say is good traders or successful entrepreneurs or successful individuals in general, they have a routine. They have a really consistent lifestyle, a really simple, plain, mundane, boring lifestyle that allows them to stay 100% focused in whatever they're striving for. So it could be wake up at 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning. In most cases, I personally wake up around 6 a.m. every day. And the first thing I do is I clean up myself. Of course, my wife and my kids, they're still sleeping, so I can't tidy the bed or whatever. I clean up myself. I drink 1 to 2 cups of plain water, and I go and I first thing when I hit my home office is I clean my desk, I wipe my desk. Sometimes I clean it the night before. Then I'll start doing my market scanning, and I'll start writing down my daily game plan. So this is a process, this is a routine that I would never slack off. So it's something that I do every single day. It's really holy to me. Then after I finish my day, I'll do my every night review. Sometimes I don't do it if I feel like there's not much to review or there's not much going on in the market. It's a really slow day, then I probably won't review much. Then I'll start preparing for the following day, and the next day the same thing repeating again. Wake up early around 6 a.m. I clean myself up, I go shower, then I drink some water, I come up and I start cleaning my desk, and I start scanning the market again. So it's a boring process. Do you want to become trader A, where you don't have a process, you wake up late every day, you just go to the chart without any sort of professionalism? You're taking the market a little bit too easy. Doesn't mean you will fail. Some traders might be profitable having this kind of inconsistent lifestyle, lack of dedication kind of lifestyle. But in most cases, I'll say 99% of the time, you will see those people who are really successful in their respective field. They always have some sort of routine. They always have a really boring routine, a calendar. They have to sort of stick to it every single day. So whether if you want to become trader A or trader B is completely up to you, but I personally, I much prefer to become trader B, because I know every time when you wake up early in the morning, when you start doing all these boring process, you're improving without realizing. Alright, if you are trader A, you don't review your journal, you don't do your game plan, you don't track your data, there's no way you can improve. Why? Because you're always there. Win or lose or whatever, let's move on to the next day. That's such an irresponsible behavior in my personal opinion, right? So second point. So another type of traders, another kind of personality that if you possess, you're likely to struggle a little bit more, is you have a lack of self-confidence. So if some of you watch my video, right, if you see me stop for a little bit and I just continue talking, because all of my videos have no script, so I just talk whatever based on my experience, based on what I'm thinking right now. I just record the camera and I just start recording. So second thing is, if you have a lack of confidence, it's quite difficult for you to strive in this such a competitive industry. I know a lot of you might possibly ask me, here, you are, as a trader, you are just dealing with the market. What do you mean by competitive? Do you know how many traders are there in the world? Lots and lots. We're talking millions of traders, or even more, tens of millions. Of course, we got retail traders, we got the commercial, we got the non-commercial, like the institutions, the banks, the hedge funds, whatever. You are competing against some of the smartest, the most experienced, the most resourceful traders in the world. That's why day trading in a retail space has such a low survival rate. If you look at most of the brokers, it could be any really reputable forex broker. For example, it could be ICMarkets, it could be Pepperstone, it could be Blueberry, it could be some of the really big brokers. They will tell you, hey, the success rate, the survival rate on a retail space, especially in day trading forex, is as little as 20% or even lesser. You need to know, let's say out of 1,000 traders, 800 are likely to fail. Based on statistics, data, numbers, they won't lie. All right, based on statistics, 800 people out of 1,000 will fail in trading, means they lose all of the money and eventually quit the market. So where does the money flows into? You can see that 800 people, the 80% are transferring their wealth, transferring their money into the 20%. And out of the 20%, how many do you think are just sort of break even, making small money? maybe 10%. So let's say out of the 20%, 10% is making small money. 10% is making sustainable income from trading. And out of the 10% of traders who are making sustainable income, who are making consistent profits, maybe only half of that, only 5%, is making over 6 figures a year. I'm talking about retail space, right? When I'm breaking down the numbers, I'm talking about in the retail side. I'm not talking about the hedge funds, right? The instis, right? I'm not. Out of the 5% of traders who make over 6 figures a year, how many do you think are able to achieve over 7 figures a year? Maybe 1%. Right? So when you start breaking down all the numbers, or the possibility, or the probability like that, then right now you know, hey, oh, if I want to become a trader, if I want to become really successful in this space, are you satisfied to achieve 6 figures a year? To be honest, for myself, again, everyone has a different definition of success. Everyone has a different definition of achievement. For me, I will not be satisfied making 6 figures a year. For me, I want to be making a minimum of 7 figures a year, which is $1 million USD plus. And that has been my requirement for at least 2 years. So when I start breaking down the numbers like that, years back then, probably 3 to 4 years ago, and I start having the aha moment, I say, hey, wow, that's difficult. That's really competitive. And that's why when you look at this retail day trading or short-term trading space, you'll see in general, there's not many people you'll see that still around the space after 5 to 10 years. Even some of the YouTubers, some of the influencers, you'll slowly see them leaving the space. Why? Because this is difficult. All right, and that's also why, again, for me, my income, total income, goes like this: 90% or 95% comes from trading. Only 1 to 5% comes from my community. On my previous video, I think it was 2 videos before, I saw some comments saying that, hey Neil, you shouldn't say something like don't follow signal service, whatever, because you yourself is running community. When I see people saying such a foolish statement, I always feel like, are you all stupid or something? Can you differentiate which traders, which influencers are relying on their community, are relying on the signal services to sustain their lifestyle? There are a lot of them. You'll be shocked. Some of the traders even publicly admitted that, let's say this year they make $5 million. 2.5 to 3 million come from their other businesses. When they say other businesses, it's simple. It's their online businesses, which is running community, running signal services. It could be selling EAs, it could be selling courses, it could be selling webinars or whatever. Selling courses could be. When they say other businesses, most of the time they're directing towards their online businesses, which is their community, their courses, their signal services, whatever. But for me, my community for now, let's break down the numbers, right? It's really simple. Some of you keep doubting and say, hey, Neil, you shouldn't say that. You are selling your courses as well. I don't sell courses. I have different plans in my community. So the 1%ers Trade Club, we have 1 month, half year, and 1 year. So 1 month is $129, half year is $749, 1 year is $1,249, $1,249. And any traders who join under our half year or 1 year plan has direct access to our lessons. I call it the lessons library. And inside the lessons library on Discord, we have over 200 plus lessons for them. If I want to make money, I could have sell community for a price for monthly fees, and I could have sold the courses for at least 2 to 4K. If I really want to make money, I could have upsell things like that. But why do I provide all the lessons for our 6 months or 1 year traders? Because it's a way to give back to them. If I really want to make money through running community, there's a lot of tricks, right? You all probably know. All right, so let's break down. I got 70 plus members in my community. Let's say on average how much they pay me. We got 1 month, we got half year, we got 1 year. All right, so let's say the average price is about 500. 500 plus 70 times 72. All right, this is 500 times 72. $36,000. $36,000. My average income from trading per year is a minimum. I'm saying the minimum. I don't like to share the exact figure, but the minimum is 250 to 300 US dollar. That's the minimum. So when you do the numbers like that, let's say this year I have a bad performance and my income goes, for example, let's say it's 250,000 divide by $500. Minus $36,000. I make so much more in trading compared to I make in communities. Do you see the ratio there? And I'm saying the minimum income from trading. So that's why I told all of you, when some of the traders, especially online, when they try to make some of these false statements and trying to guilt trap me and say, hey Neo, you sell courses as well, don't you dare to tell people you are trying to teach people for free, whatever, on YouTube, then just leave the channel, unsubscribe to the channel, and go follow someone else. I don't need you here. I don't need your money. And in fact, some of my community members, they don't have the money to continue their payment, and I allow them to stay. Why? If try to go outside, once you fail to hit the payment, they will remove you. They don't even care. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, in this space, it's really important for all of you to really learn from someone who's legit. Doesn't have to be me. All right, when I point this, you don't have to learn from me. You can learn from someone else. At least make sure they're legit. So it's a bit out of topic, so get back to the video. So third point, if today you are trying to become a successful trader, just now I mentioned that confidence is one thing. I also mentioned that consistency is important, discipline is important. And right now, let's talk about the last one, which is, let me think about it, all right? Because when I'm recording this, I don't have a script. So I'll say the most important one will be perhaps self-reflection, all right? So if let's say you are an extremely arrogant and extremely egoistic person, it's very unlikely you can become successful in trading as well. Because I tell you, before I started trading, I used to be someone who's extremely, how can I frame this word? I was extremely stern. I can say stern. Like for example, if I want to do something, I'll just do it. I'm that kind of trader. If I want this, I'll do that. I want this, I'll do this. I want that, I'll do that. But after I become consistent in trading, I realized it sort of changed me from inside out as well. So, and my temper actually got so much better after I become a consistent trader. Because when you're dealing with the financial market, right? It's funny that you can't control anything. It's easy for new traders to think that they can control a lot of things in the market, but in actual, you can't really control anything. The only thing you can control is your process, is yourself, is your emotion. Most of the times, if you control your emotion well, you naturally will become a good trader. So I used to be someone who's trying to control a lot of things. I'm trying to control the uncontrollable. So when I have a bad day, I get so upset, I get so mad at myself, and I get so frustrated on the market. It's like, why is it like this? Why is it like that? But after I trade for 6 years plus right now, I realize, hey, sometimes it's just out of my control. All right, sometimes when I lose money, I'll give you one example. Last Friday, let me just try to give all of you an example. So if you look at the chart right now, last Friday, gold had a massive drop. See that? For about 500 points drop. And most of you know I'm doing the $400 to 40k challenge, right? And I failed to capture the entire this. And the old me would have been so frustrated, or even got sleepless for many days. But the now me is more to, it's fine. Missed out this entry, I will move on. I don't want to dwell in the pain. I don't want to dwell in regrets. And that's the now me. And it takes so many years to refine myself and really just sort of re-engineer the way I think and admit the fact that I can never be frustrated. I can never be stubborn. I can never be egoistic when I'm facing the market. Wrong is wrong. Right is right. Loss is loss. Win is win. It's all yesterday. Today is today. Yesterday is yesterday. Let's move on. Struggling trader, they tend to be so upset until a point where they just keep forwarding their negative emotion onto the next day. Let's say Friday they had a bad day. Right now on Monday they're having the sense of urgency to rush back into the market and fight the money back. I want to fight the market. I want to get my money back. I want to prove the market wrong. I want to make profit today. But the now me is more like, Friday was a bad day, it's fine. Today's okay. Resilience. So I hope this video helped all of you, and I also hope this video is a lot clarify when some of the comments when I saw is like they're accusing me and say, hey, you're selling community as well. Come on. I make so little money from community that I could not be bothered much to someday even shut down the community. All my members, they know one thing. I always tell them, I always say one thing. You are all like a family. The 1%ers Trade Club, we are all like a family. They text me not just for trading purpose. Sometimes they text me even also seeking advice from their personal life. And for me, I'm like a little elder brother to them. It's like we are family. I'm like a father to them. They're like my kids. And I always tell them, I don't know how long will I be running this community, especially right now. I got 2 kids. I got my own family. I would like to spend more time with them. So maybe after 2 years or after 1 year, after 2 years, you won't see me around doing YouTube or even running a community. It's hard to say. It's difficult to tell. Because for me, the main reason why I run a community is always, I always remind myself, the mission of the 1%ers Trade Club is always to gather a group of passionate traders, and I hope someday I will have the ability to transform their life and to provide them with real life capital. I'm not talking about online prop firms where they give you demo accounts. My vision is to have enough in-house fund to fund my own members. That's a big vision, and that's a big mission as well. So they all know that. So yeah, that's it for the video. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope this video helps a lot of you. And yeah, can't wait to see you on the next video. Bye bye.